Hello world, my name's Kyle Compton, and it's my pleasure to show you for the first time ever LiftLogger. LiftLogger is the web app that I've built for the final project of CS50X, the introductory computer science course offered online for free by Harvard. And for the final project, the only instruction we were given was to build something that served a purpose in our lives or in the world. And since I and a lot of other people have started lifting more frequently during this quarantine, I thought I would try and build something that would streamline the way I work out and the way I monitor and track my performance. Before actually showing you the app, I wanted to just briefly review how it was built. This work is almost entirely my own, aside from some app configuration settings and an error page that you, the user, should hopefully never see. Those were part of the distribution code for a prior CS50 project. All in all, the app is composed of roughly 1,500 lines of code. This is a Python-based application that makes use of the popular backend web development framework Flask. Flask handles the interactions with the SQLite 3 based database that I've built, as well as the routing between each of the different pages, which are dynamically populated with user data using the Jinja 2 templating engine. Of course, for the front end, HTML provides the structure for each of the pages, CSS provides the styling, and JavaScript handles the functionality and interactions. Um, to facilitate styling, I used a couple Bootstrap components on the front end, most notably for the navigation bar, for the modals that you'll see pop up temporarily to display workout history, as well as for most of the buttons and badges that you'll see. To facilitate functionality, I used a little bit of the jQuery JavaScript library for general document object model traversal, and I used the super easy to use chart.js JavaScript library for data visualization in the dashboard that you'll see. Finally, I'm managing the hosting of this app through cPanel, and I'm hosting this app with Namecheap, where I also bought the domain techandkyle.com that you'll notice this app is being run on. Um, all that being said, let's take a look at what LiftLogger can do. So, this is the landing page at techandkyle.com/lift_logger. As you can see, it's very functionally basic right now. You of course need to register a free account so that your data can be saved to your profile, but we can use mine for now so that you can see what the app looks like once it's actually populated and more useful. Um, Once you log in, you're brought to your dashboard. This was designed with the goal of making your performance more easily accessible and understandable so that you can either feel good about yourself if you see that you've been exercising pretty consistently, or maybe if you've been slacking, it's a little bit harder to avoid that fact with this app. The first predefined widget, session history, tells you how many lifts your recent workouts have included and in which muscle groups, which can reaffirm your confidence if you've been, working hard. And it can also tell you which muscle groups you might like to target next. Next is the workouts per week widget, which again rewards you if you've been working hard and forces you to be accountable to yourself if you haven't been hitting your weekly activity targets or goals. You can also choose to track how many workouts of a specific muscle group you've been doing per week. So if you've been skipping leg day, for example, this app serves as a gentle reminder of that fact. And finally, if there's a few staple exercises that you want to track your progress on, like, your barbell bench, squats, jogging, your meat and potato exercises, you can also see how you've progressed over time with those as well. So effectively, the dashboard forces you to be more accountable to yourself, either rewarding you if you've been consistent or serving as a reminder if maybe you haven't. And once you've logged on and reviewed your performance, that is when you'll navigate to the workout page to begin your next lift. And this is pretty straightforward. The list of exercises that you choose from is sorted by muscle group in case you know what muscle group you want to hit but aren't sure exactly what lift you want. This can provide some suggestions. Or if you don't see what you want to do on the list, you can just add your own new exercise type and specify what muscle group it belongs to. From there, you'll simply enter the number of sets, reps, and the weight if applicable for your lift, or your distance and your time if you're doing, some sort of cardio. And if you're not sure what sets, reps, or weight to go with, or if you want to see whether it might be time to go up in weight, you can see your most recent lift in the placeholders as a, subtle suggestion, or a more detailed record by clicking the Show History button. Finally, if you're logging an old workout, not from the day that you're using this app, you can specify a prior date. And once you're done, you just hit submit and your dashboard will be updated in real time. And that is LiftLogger. It's free to use if you just create an account at techandkyle.com/lift_logger. Not planning on putting it on the App Store in the immediate future, just because that would require diverging from my current, learning plans in order to pick up mobile development. But I really hope some folks will find it at my website and get some benefit out of it. Feel free to reach out at kylecomp@ymail.com. That's the letter Y, mail.com. If you have any thoughts or questions, and thank you so much for checking this out.